Hi YouTube, it's Molly, and today I wanted to address a question that I've gotten a few times within the past couple of days. So there's some people on Facebook, YouTube, all of the other various social media in the weight loss surgery community who have questioned me about how I'm losing so quickly. Now, I want to preface this with the fact that I personally don't think that I'm losing quickly. Um, I'm on target for what my um, surgeon's office expects. When I was in for my 1 month, I was exactly where they predicted I would be at 1 month. Um, and by 6 months, they expect me to be down 100. So I'm on target with what is expected of me. So I don't feel like I'm losing fast, but other people out there do. And I've gotten a lot of questions about what I do and why I think I'm losing so quickly. Um, and another preface to this is I'm only 5 weeks out. Um, I don't know if what I'm doing at this point is having a drastic influence on the speed of my weight loss, but I can share what I am doing to see if it does help anybody. Um, so with that being said, I think there's three main things that probably contribute to my weight loss. And they're things that your surgeon's office should have told you that everybody says all of the time, so I'm not breaking any major ground here, but the first one's water. Um, My surgeon's office tells me 64 minimum a day. I tell myself 100 minimum a day. And for the most part, I hit that, and sometimes I exceed that greatly. 120 is about usually where I sit. So I know for a lot of people, they say that that's hard. Duct tape a bottle of water to your hand and never let it go. It's very easy to forget, and unless it's constantly there with you, you're constantly being reminded. Um, it's very easy to forget and get behind and get to 6 o'clock in the night and be like, oh wow, I only have 40 ounces of water in. So I'm not saying it's easy, but you got to find a system that works for you and make sure you're getting it in. I have different points I try to hit throughout the day. By noon, I want to have in at least 40. Um, and it's Saturday and I woke up very late, and that's probably not going to happen today. But I do have these points that I try to hit throughout the day, and I definitely think that helps. You don't want to leave it to um, the very end of the day and then try to be getting it in. It needs to be a constant, all-day thing that you're thinking about and working towards. And then by 6 p.m., I'm usually trying to be at 80 so that throughout the evening, it's all kind of bonus water and, you know, it's all above the 64, and anything I'm getting in above that is just really good. So that's the first thing. The second thing would be protein. It's another thing I hear people say that they don't get in a lot of. Um, I get in right now anywhere between 70 and 95 a day. Um, my surgeon's office tells me my goal is 70, at least 70, so hitting 70 to 95 a day is good. Um, and I'm only 5.5 weeks out. So most of that is liquid, um, liquid protein, because I don't have room in my stomach to eat 95 grams of protein a day from solid food. And I will be talking about my food intake in um, a video with all of the questions to the giveaway because somebody asked about that. So if you're interested in my daily plan, I'd stay tuned to that because this video is already going to be long without going into that. But that being said, protein is key. And most of it is liquid protein, so I usually start out my day with a EAS shake, add another scoop of protein powder to that shake, so I'm getting in about 25 grams of protein just right out of the door in the morning with the EAS shake, and then it's usually a click scoop in there, so it tastes like coffee, which is fabulous in the morning. And that 25 a day to start out with really gets your day going. And then every night I have half a bottle of the Isopure apple melon protein. I personally love that. I know a lot of people don't. It took me a while to warm up to it, figure out how I like it. It's best to me over ice, but my suggestion is to find whatever protein shake works for you. It may take some time. I did not like that Isopure for a good long time, but I figured out how I like it and what flavors were best, and now I drink half a bottle a day. Between, an EAS shake in the morning with an extra scoop of protein powder and that Isopure in the evening, that's already more than a lot of people I know get. So then on top of that is food throughout the day and usually a cup or two of milk, which I'm trying to cut down on now that I am getting in the protein numbers because of the carbs, but I still do have some milk. But my surgeon's office also told me that they would rather see the protein numbers, even if your carbs are up around 50, which is like if I drink 3 cups of milk a day, my carbs will be around 50 for the entire day, including other foods. So I personally don't really like that 50 number, but it helps me get my protein in between the shakes, the milk, and the Isopure. And for right now, it's working. I'm going to see if I can cut down on the carbs, but that's my protein spiel. So it's just figure out what works for you and get it in. Not hitting that 70, 80 mark a day is not to your benefit. So figure out a way that works for you and push to get there, just like the water. Just figure out a way and make it work. And then the last thing is exercise. So at home, I swim a lot. Here in Texas, I don't have a pool that I can go swim in. There is a pool at the apartment that I'm at, but it's now been put up with a bunch of little kids' summer camps, which is really annoying because they're loud and they scream and are usually playing around in the pool, so I can't swim laps ever. With that being said, I walk a lot. I have a Fitbit to track my steps, which definitely helps push me if I get to the end of the day and see I'm only at 5,000 steps. I get up and go for a walk. So I definitely think a way of tracking your activity throughout a day is helpful. It's not necessary, but I personally find it helpful because I can see, wow, I really did sit at work all day. I need to get up and go. Yes, I walked to work in the morning and, or I rode my bike to work in the morning, but, a mile there and a mile back isn't really that much activity for a day. So, I should be getting up and going to do something. And actually having a number to put next to how many steps in a day, I think has helped me. But I am also very number driven. So seeing numbers helps me. Seeing the protein, which I didn't mention, tracking all of your food, incredibly important. So having numbers definitely helps me. And I think a lot of people have this idea in their minds that they don't have to exercise early out in the process. And you might not have to exercise to get results early out. The weight's going to come off if you do or you don't. But I didn't have surgery to look good. I didn't have surgery to just look smaller and fit into smaller clothes. I had surgery as a tool to help me in getting healthier. And part of that is exercising. And if I'm not out actively exercising, sweating up a storm 6 days a week, I'm disappointed in myself. So that would definitely be you know, another thing that I think contributes to the weight loss early on. And then there's one other thing that I've seen a few people talking about, but I'm already at 10 minutes. So I guess I'm going to make another video or add it on to maybe my update this week. But stay tuned for that because there is one other thing that I did want to talk about. But for this video, at least, it is water, lots and lots and lots of it, not just the 64 minimum, 100 or more. Protein, you know, at least that 70 for women, 80 for men. However, you have to get it down, figure out how, and then exercise. Just because it's early out and there's weight coming off doesn't mean you shouldn't be exercising. So, no like groundbreaking information here, but people have asked me how I'm losing so quickly, and that's my simple answer. So, that being said, I'll see you guys all later. Have a great day.